What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. You know what this video is? Another month, another monthly favorites. This is going to be all of my favorites from the month of February. So if you guys want to hang out with me and hear about all of my picks, then keep watching. And if this happens to be your first time here, then welcome. My name is Sophia. This is my channel that focuses on all things beauty and luxury. I upload content every single week. I focus a lot on luxury, beauty, and makeup, but I also do a little bit of fashion and lifestyle as well. So if that is of interest to you, then you definitely need to subscribe to our fam. Hit that subscribe button, and also you can click the notification bell to hear about every time I upload a new video. All right, party people, let's get into it. I have a lot of good favorites to share with you today, and a lot of it is Chanel. I did go to one of the Chanel beauty boutiques last month in February when I was in Miami. I went there specifically to pick up these babies, which finally are now available on the Chanel website. I think they're also available at Nordstrom and Saks. So I'm gonna be linking them down below. These are the Chanel Spring Summer Face and Eye Palettes. I already did a full review of these for you guys. These are definitely hands down a February favorite. I absolutely love these. You guys know from my review, I really am fond of them. I like how versatile they are. I like that I can put them on my cheeks, put them on my eyes. Which one is my favorite? It's kind of hard to say. I think if I had to choose between them, I would pick the lighter one, 10 Dress, just because I am very pale. So this is the one that kind of suits me a little bit more for every day. Today, I actually used the darker one, which I think is pronounced Caractère. So sorry guys, I know I'm butchering that, but I actually used this one today on the eyes. I wanted to show you how you could create a pretty soft look with the darker palette. But honestly, friends, I usually like to mix both of these together. I like to take colors from each one, just kind of depending on my mood and the look that I want to create. The formula of these, it's very soft, it's very blendable. I feel like it has enough pigmentation while still retaining that kind of, you know, soft, elegant, natural kind of Chanel look. I feel like a lot of you guys, you weren't really that excited about these because you just didn't enjoy the red tones. I don't know, guys. When I swatch these and put these on my face, I don't really feel like they pull red. There really is only one red in both of these palettes, and it's this one right here. Like some of these other ones, they pull more so as a peach, a nude, a rose, or a berry. So I don't know, a lot of you guys thought that they pulled really red. I don't really think that they are. I absolutely love these. I watched a couple more reviews from other creators, and it seems like people are either into them or they're not. So it's either your color story or it's not. I do kind of wish that they had put in maybe more like of a bronze or a terracotta in here, something that maybe we could use as like a bronzer. I would have liked to have seen them mix it up a little bit, but I'm hopeful. I'd like to see Chanel release these in some more shades in upcoming seasons. What else did I get from Chanel? Because when I was in Miami, I kind of did go ham and I bought a bunch of things from that Chanel boutique that I had been holding off on for quite a while, and I just knew, okay, next time I go in store, I'm gonna check this out because it's something I've been wanting for a while. Pretty much everything I absolutely love. The next thing that I want to show you guys is one of the Water Fresh blushes. Y'all know I love these. When they first launched, I wanted to get every shade, but they're so expensive. I really wanted to give them a try first. I think I have the coral one and the apricot one, I think they are called. Absolutely divine. The one that I've been wanting since those launched last year is this one, which is called Deep Bronze. Now I don't have the actual packaging. I have depotted it into this little pump bottle because I am traveling. I'm in California for like the next couple of weeks and I had to take this with me. I've sort of been using this as a cream bronzer. If you guys are looking for a Water Fresh bronzer and you're maybe my skin tone or maybe a little bit darker, you guys need to check this out. It just has the most beautiful natural tone and it gives you that kind of juicy, hydrated look to the skin that you only get from these Water Fresh products from Chanel. Oh my gosh, it's so good. This, I want to say, I think this one is my favorite out of the three that I own so far. I just absolutely love it. This is what I've been wearing instead of a bronzer if I'm not already going in with a powder bronzer. And I really think that I can get away with it. I think it looks so good. You guys will see from the demo how easily it blends. It still definitely has a blush tone to it for sure, but I think it looks so beautiful and natural. If you are my skin tone, don't be afraid of the deep bronze. Definitely check it out. If maybe when this first launched, you got the light pink and maybe you weren't impressed, you wanted something, you know, with a little bit more oomph, then I highly suggest you check this out. And if you have a deeper complexion, I think this is going to be a really good blush shade for you. And you can very much build these up. And in my experience, they have very good longevity. So I've been loving this. What else? What else? I got a Chanel powder blush. I've been looking at this shade for a while. This is the shade Alizane or Alizan, excuse me. I think a lot of you guys probably have this blush. I'll show you a close-up of what this looks like. It is just a beautiful, soft, not quite rose, not quite brown, not quite terracotta. It's kind of all in between. And honestly, that's why I chose this shade. The wonderful sales associate at the Brickell City Center in Miami, she was swatching so many of them and saying, oh, I really like this one. I really like this one. And then we swatched this one and she said, you know what? I think you should get this one because it's kind of like an in-between between all of the ones that we were considering. I like to layer this on top of the Water Fresh blush that I was just showing you guys, almost to, not to set it, but just to add like a little something extra. I like to layer my blushes. I like a lot of blush. I think this is such a beautiful shade. It does have, you guys should see in the close-ups, it has some gold sparkle in there. When I put this on my face though, I don't notice the sparkles at all. I don't know, you guys tell me if you have this blush. Definitely let me know. I think it looks super natural on the face. And when I was preparing for this video, I was curious how maybe this compares up against the RMS Maiden's blush. You guys know I really like this blush as well. I'll show you a close-up of these. They're similar and they definitely look similar in the pan, but when you actually swatch them, the Chanel is just a sheer formula. It's just lighter. And it also has those gold sparkles, whereas the Maiden's blush, it has more of like that airbrush type of look to it. So yeah, just wanted to call that out, quick little comparison for you guys. Also from Chanel, I've been absolutely loving one of the new eyeliner shades that I've picked up in the shade Bois Noir. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's basically a black brown, but it is the perfect neutral eyeliner. I will show you guys right here what this looks like. I've used this in a couple of like get ready with me's and other looks that I've done recently. It's a really great way to add some depth and definition to the lash line, but without going too dark, without doing maybe like a black or a full-on chocolate brown. It has a really nice, I don't know, like sooty character to it. And it's funny because when I went to the Chanel boutique in Miami and I picked this up, I went home and I realized that by accident, they gave me the wrong color. They gave me the regular like black eyeliner. And I was so disappointed because I really wanted this shade. But then luckily, I actually ended up going back to that mall later in the week just to do some like general shopping. I went back and I picked up this color because I wanted it so much. So it was meant to be. I went out of my way to get this color. Lastly, from Chanel, I have what I am wearing on my lips today. This is another one of their long wear lipsticks. You guys know I love these. They're one of my favorite products ever from Chanel. These are officially called, I always forget the name, Le Rouge Duo Ultra Tenue Gloss. You have the liquid lipstick on one end and then you have the gloss on the other end. And this is in the shade Intense Caramel. A lot of you guys have been noticing that I've been wearing this in my videos and you've been checking in the description box to see what I'm wearing. This is just a perfect nude. The other, I think it's 3 colors that I have, 2 or 3 colors from this line are brighter and bolder, and I really wanted to pick up maybe like a soft rose, a soft nude, so I decided to pick up this one, Intense Caramel. My natural lip color is quite pigmented and rosy, so I wanted to go for one that was a little bit darker. This color is called Intense Caramel. It's neither caramel nor intense. Like, this really is just a approachable nude color. I don't feel like it's super duper rich, but it is a my lips but nuder type of shade, and I've absolutely been loving it. I've been putting it in a lot of my handbags so I can kind of apply it on the go. Really, really like it. If you guys are looking for a good first shade from this line, I think this would be a really nice go-to. I think you'll get a lot of wear out of it, and of course, I know you're gonna like the formula. Actually, let's put a little bit of gloss on right now because I feel like it kind of wore off while I was drinking my coffee. The weather today is super whack. Like, first it's sunny, then it's cloudy, then it's pouring rain, then it's windy. So sorry guys if you see like the sun and the light being super whack in this video. I'm trying my best. You know, I like to film in natural light. Anyway, my next favorite that I want to share with you all is none other than the new Hermes Bronzer. I know it's super expensive. I think the final price for this was $98 US, and finally these are available. I did a review for you all. I'll link it down below in case you want to hear all of my thoughts. You want to sort of see the demo. I really do like this bronzer. The formula is so airy and finely milled. It is called Plain Air. That's the line that it's a part of. And it absolutely does match up to that name. It's super airy. It's super blendable. Again, check out my review so you can sort of see how this bronzer applies. It really is beautiful. It is a luxury formula. Do you need this? I mean, in my review, I show you guys how this kind of stacks up against some of my other luxury bronzers, and you can kind of see the difference between the formula and the tone. And a lot of you guys, you did point out to me that this has a lot of product. It has 0.63 ounces. And so if you take a look at the price per ounce or the price per gram, it actually does match up with pretty much all the other bronzers, and in many cases is a better value. So I think you just need to decide for yourself, do you want to pay $100 up front for a really nice bronzer that maybe lasts a little bit longer? Maybe that is the one bronzer that you use, or maybe one of 2 or 3, or do you want to maybe pay a little bit less or just kind of stick with what you have? So I wanted to mention that as well, because I didn't mention that in my review. But yeah, guys, I really do like this one. I haven't been using the Chanel Water Fresh blush as a cream, or I guess liquid bronzer. This is what I've been using on my face. The Charlotte Tilbury matte blush wands. These are so lovely. I can't even think of another word. They're just so incredibly lovely. I love the finish of these. I did do a review for you guys. I did cheek swatches of every single color. I also showed you what these look like up against the existing highlighting wands that she has in her collection. So if you guys want a bit of a shopping guide and you want to see every single shade of all of the wands, I will link that review down below. It can kind of help you pick out which shade you might want, because I know that these are pretty expensive. But man, I've just been really enjoying these. I've been reaching for these a lot. My favorite one is, of no surprise, I like the Dream Pop. This is the most pigmented one. It's the brightest one, but you can definitely sheer it out if you have a pale skin tone like me. This does look very natural, but what I like about these is that you can build them up if you have a deeper skin tone. All of them are beautiful. All of them are beautiful. You don't need them all. I would recommend maybe trying out one, but I did share with you guys in that review a much, much more affordable dupe. So if you guys want to see what the affordable dupe is, you're just gonna have to watch that video. Next up, friends, we have my favorite from the recent Tom Ford releases that I've been testing out, and none of you should be surprised. It is none other than the Forbidden Pink palette. I know, I'm so basic for liking this. It's very neutral. It's a little bit boring. I totally get it, but I like it. I love it. I love this palette. It might be one of my favorite Tom Ford palettes ever. It's in the creme formula, so it's going to give a really nice softness, but it still has a little bit of oomph from the shimmers that are in here. I know a lot of us were confused because this is called Forbidden Pink. It comes in the pink packaging, but the palette is really not that pink. This is a part of the Rose Prick collection, and so it is a neutral palette, but when you put it, especially when you put it on the eyes, you do realize it has a rose undertone. It is a neutral palette with a rose undertone. It's kind of like Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, except Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, it's a little bit more of a pinky nude. I think this is more of like a neutral rose. A lot of my subscribers out there, I know you have a lot of Tom Ford palettes and you pick this up, but also I do have a lot of subscribers that don't have a lot of Tom Ford palettes or don't have any Tom Ford palettes, but you guys are looking to get into Tom Ford and you're kind of looking for that next perfect palette to add, but you want to be smart with your money, or you just want that perfect neutral palette from Tom Ford. I think that this one is a great one to look at. It's so beautiful and sophisticated. I really like all the looks that I do with it, even though it isn't super groundbreaking. If you're looking for a good Tom Ford palette, this is definitely it. The Sephora Collection eyeshadow singles. I know, Sephora Collection, this is a luxury channel. Hey, if it's good, I'm gonna talk about it on this channel. And I don't care if it's Sephora Collection, if I like it, it is a favorite. I was in Sephora and I was looking for the perfect single topper shades, and I did try the ones from Urban Decay and I have tried the ones from Hourglass, but you know which one is my favorite? It's this one from Sephora Collection. I think these retail for $10 if I'm not mistaken. The shade in question here is called First Light. This is my favorite one. They have a couple of other ones. It is a mixture of white and gold shimmer. It's very finely milled. You guys will see in the demo just that little bit of oomph that it gives me in the center of the eye. I am layering it on top of that beautiful gold in the darker Chanel Spring palette, but even with that as a base, it still gives you even more. It's just so beautiful. I love the name First Light as well because I really think that's a good descriptor for this single shadow. These are so pretty, guys. I'm so excited that I found these. I think that this one is a really good affordable dupe. Couple more lip favorites for you guys. Other than the one from Chanel, I have this one from the Hermes summer collection. This color is called Brun Yachting. It's in their sort of hydrating, shiny, sheer type of formula, and I'll show you guys this stunning color right here. It's kind of like a burnished coral. It's called Brun Yachting, but it's not super duper brown. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. I told you in my trying new makeup video, I do kind of feel like I wasted my money on this. I definitely did not need this because it is very similar to the ones that I have from YSL. Even the color is pretty similar. But that being said, I have been using it a lot, so that's good. It isn't a color that I tend to use very frequently, so it's absolutely a favorite. I love the cute packaging. It reminds me of like a little beach blanket or a little parasol. It is really nice. You don't need to spend, what are these, like $70, $75, something like that. You do not need to spend $75 on these. I think that all of the colors though are pretty wearable. So if you've been lusting over one of these, I do think you will get a lot of wear out of it, just like me. I cannot deny it. It is a favorite. I have really been enjoying it, and I've been kind of swapping it out amongst all of the other brownie and orangey tones that I already like. The other one that I have right here is from Tower 28. This is one of their milky glosses. This is the Shine On Lip Jelly, and this is in the shade Cashew. I actually have, I think, 3 or 4 of these at this point. I like all of them. This just happens to be the one that I brought with me to California. This is the one that's kind of more nudie in tone. Actually, I'll pop some on right now. I just love, look at that. In the light of the window. It's so beautiful and shiny, and it just smells good. What does it smell like? Toasted coconut. That's what these smell like. I have a reel on my Instagram where I show you guys all the shades of the new lip liners they came out with, and then I also show you the matching glosses. I like the lip liners, but I love the glosses. They're just really good nude shades. So beautiful. So this has been another kind of like everyday product for me that I've been loving. A brush favorite for this month are definitely the new Keyaki brushes from Sonia G. We have the Keyaki Niji, and then we also have the Keyaki Buffer brush. I never picked up any of the other Keyaki releases from Sonia G because typically I'm not like a big travel brush type of person. I just rather have the full size and I'll travel with that. But when she came out with the Keyaki versions of what are basically 2 of my favorite face brushes of all time, I was like, you know what? I'll pick those up. I really love the beautiful wood handle that you get from these. I think they're just as functional as the larger sizes. I've been reaching for these so much, and I think the one that surprised me the most was definitely the Keyaki Niji, because I usually reach for the buffer brushes a little bit more over the Niji Pro, but for whatever reason, I'm really liking the Keyaki version because this one is a little bit airier. It's not as dense as the Niji Pro, and I love the Niji Pro, but I don't always reach for that because sometimes I just want a little bit of like a softer look. I really like this one as an in-between between the Niji Pro and the Jumbo Bronzer, because the Jumbo Bronzer is quite big and quite fluffy. I feel like this is the perfect in-between. I've been using this nonstop. I've been using both of them nonstop. They're really good brushes. If you already have the full-size versions, I don't think you need to rush out and spend a ton of money on these, but if you are a foodie collector, or maybe you're looking to buy like your first Sonia G brush, I think that these are good ones to look at. I absolutely love them. Before we end this video, I do have 2 lifestyle favorites that I want to share with you all that I think you guys are really gonna like. The first thing is one of my favorite jewelry brands. I think some of you all have been maybe binging some of my older videos and older reviews, and a lot of you guys have been asking me, you know, where did you get those earrings? Where did you get those bracelets, etc.? And I actually haven't talked about this brand on my channel before. I don't really know why, because I do have several pieces from them. The brand is called Love My Jewelry, and full disclosure, this isn't sponsored or anything, but I am friends with the jewelry designer, and that's why I have a couple of pieces from this brand. They are smaller. They're based out of New York City, but all of their pieces are handcrafted in India. Everything is very like ethically sourced. He basically designs all of the pieces. I'll show you guys some close-ups of some of the things that I have purchased from them in the past. I've been shopping from them for maybe like the past 2 years or so. And my favorite collection that they have is the Dreamer collection. If you love little like stars and moons and that kind of stuff, you're really gonna like this collection as well. I have a couple pairs of cute earrings from them. I have some really cute ear jackets, so if you don't have any piercings, they have like ear cuffs and that kind of stuff too. And then the most recent piece that I picked up is this cute little bracelet, and it has a beautiful little like half moon and crescent moon. I just love their stuff. A lot of you guys have told me, you know, I like some of the jewelry pieces that you show us, Sophia, but you're not really into costume jewelry. You want real gold and real diamonds and that kind of stuff. And I totally get that. I think a lot of you guys are really trying to invest in your jewelry. And so for me, this is usually the brand that I will go to for that kind of stuff, because all of their stuff is diamonds, gold, silver, semi-precious stones. And then depending on your budget, they have things that are super affordable. And then if you want to splurge a little bit more, they have that kind of stuff too. Everything comes really beautifully packaged. It comes with like a handwritten poem from the designer. I have gifted this stuff to my mom before. Oh my gosh, my mom loved the poem. I've also gifted my boyfriend's mom some earrings. They make a really great gift. I really wanted to talk about them in my last month's favorite video because of Valentine's Day, and I felt like it would be the perfect gift, but you guys know I was traveling, so I wanted to talk about it in this video. Mother's Day is coming up. My birthday is coming up. So yeah, I wanted to tell you guys about this and show you a couple of the pieces that I have. My friend did also give me a 20% off coupon code for you guys. I don't get anything from you guys using it, but I am going to put that down below just in case you want to shop from the brand. Finally, my last favorite are all of the little organizational bits that I picked up when I was traveling over to California. If you guys missed it, I filmed a whole video showing you how I packed up my makeup collection to bring here so that I could still film videos and show you guys all of these products. And in that video, I showed you guys all of the little like tools and organizational bits that I used to do just that. I love the case that I got. I love all of the little tools and things that I bought on Amazon. I know a lot of you guys already watched that video, but if you haven't, if you like sort of makeup organization, if you love declutters and that kind of stuff, I think you're gonna like that video. So that's definitely been a favorite for the month of February. That's all I got for you guys. Hopefully this video wasn't too long this time. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. I would definitely appreciate that. Don't forget to sound off in those comments down below. Let me know what you thought of all my picks today, and let me know what some of your favorites have been for the month of February. Subscribe if you haven't already. And with that, friends, I hope that you are having a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye.